Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for coming to this presentation. Before it, let me introduce myself. My name is Amelia Karlina from 5 APA State Polytechnic of Sriwijaya. Today, I would like to present about communication skills in interpersonal relationships. Communication skills are abilities you use when giving and receiving different kinds of information. While these skills may be a regular of your day-to-day work life, communicating in a clear, effective, and efficient way is an extremely special and useful skill. The four communication skills are thinking, listening, speaking, and nonverbal. Interpersonal communication can mean the ability to relate to people in written as well as verbal communication. This type of communication can occur in both a one-on-one and group settings. This also means being able to handle different people in different situations and making people feel at ease. First, active listening. Active listening means paying attention to the person who is communicating with you. People who are active listeners are well regarded by their coworkers because of the respect they pay to those around them. While it seems simple, this is a skill that can be challenging to develop and improve. You can be an active listener by focusing on the speaker, avoiding distractions like cell phones, laptops, or other projects, and by preparing questions, comments, or ideas to truthfully respond. One great way to be a better listener is to focus on what people you are interacting with are actually saying. In addition to the content of their communications, you should also pay attention to their facial expressions, body language, and tone. Instead of preparing what you will say next, simply take it in what they are saying. If you need a moment to digest what they've communicated, simply ask them for a moment to think and prepare a truthful response. Second is giving and receiving criticism. Giving effective feedback, like all skills, need learning, practice, and patience. Feedback is praising good performance and offering corrective suggestions. Focus should be both on what the person did and how it was done. Feedback is for the recipient and not the observed benefit. In other words, it should be development and its purpose should be made clear and where possible, the receiver consents obtained. First, focus on how to improve the person. Most people make the mistake of focusing on the person's faults while pointing out where someone went wrong is important. Just stressing this aspect alone will give your criticism a negative tone. Once the faults are elaborated, you need to give them a few suggestions on how they can improve or completely avoid such faults. You should also point out the good things they have done. The mixture of pointing the negatives, appreciating the positives, and suggesting improvements is the best way to hand off criticism. When correctly done, the other party will respect you and even look forward to future criticism. And then nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication, also called manual language, is the process of sending and receiving message without using words, either spoken or writing. Nonverbal communication types include facial expressions, gestures, pattern linguistics, body language and posture, and appearance. Nonverbal communication. First, facial expressions. Facial expressions are responsible for a high proportion of nonverbal communication. Consider how much information can be conveyed with a smile or frown. The look on a person's face is often the first thing we see, even before we hear what they have to say. While nonverbal communication and behavior can vary dramatically between cultures, the facial expression for happiness, sadness, anger, and similar throughout the world. And next, gestures. Deliberate movements and signals are an important way to communicate meaning without words. Common gestures include waving, pointing, and using fingers to indicate numeric amounts. And next, paralinguistic includes factors such as tone of voice, loudness, inflections, and pitch. Consider the powerful effect that tone of voice on the meaning of the sentence. When said in a strong tone of voice, listeners might interpret approval and enthusiasm. The same word said in hesitant tone of voice might convey disapproval and a lack of interest. Consider all the different ways that simple changing your tone of voice might change the meaning of a sentence. A friend might ask you how you are doing, and you might respond with the standard, "I'm fine." But how you actually say those words might reveal the tremendous amount of how you are really feeling. And next, body language and posture. Posture and movement can also convey a great deal of information. While this nonverbal behavior can indicate feeling and attitudes, research suggests that body language is far more subtle and less definite than previously believed. And appearance, hairstyle, and other factors affecting appearance are also considered a means of nonverbal communication. Appearance can also after psychological reactions, judgments, and interpretations. Judgments you quickly make about someone based on or her appearance. This first these first impressions are important, which is my expert suggests that job seekers dress appropriately for interviews with potential employers. And thank you. I think that's all. Thank you for your attention. The